and it's Transformation Tuesday. Now, for years, we've shown you countless amounts of weight loss stories powered by our friend Charles D'Angelo. The testimonies have been extensive, from stating they've lost over 100 pounds to others saying they have their lives back. Well, today, we get to learn a little bit more about Charles and his mission to help others.
At age 17, I weighed 360 pounds. If a kid coming from the background I came from could achieve the things I've achieved, why not you? Why not now? What's in the way of you making a decision that you're going to start doing what you can? What you need most to change is where you least want to look. You've got to be unreasonable if you're going to be successful. Change doesn't happen until you get honest with yourself.
Oh, Charles! I mean, that just hyped me up. That was a good video. When you see that little boy, I mean, what runs through your head?
I wasn't so little. 360 pounds. I look at that version of me, and I can really empathize with the clients that come to me who are in that state. I always tell people when they come see me, there's two Charleses sitting in front of them. There's the Charles of then, 360 pounds, bullied, teased. I came from a very difficult family circumstance. My mom was struggling with alcoholism. My dad was hardworking, but emotionally just wasn't the type of guy who had much space for processing things because of how much he had to work to take care of the family. So I could have been the king of excuses. So when someone's sitting there in front of me, I can certainly identify with all those reasons to stay the same. But then there's this version, this guy I built, and this guy is a function of having very clear goals that were specific, being open to being in service to something bigger than myself. I feel like what I do, you mentioned the thousands of people I've been blessed to coach, I consider what I do a calling.
Well, that's so beautiful to hear, because really you are, as you mentioned, changing lives and being able to use your story. So what is it then? I mean, look at all those people that you've changed. What is it that you're doing, Charles? The people want to know.
It's my opinion that the change happens as a function of the relationship that I have with each client. Every single person that I'm working with sees me one-on-one, and I could very easily franchise or train a bunch of people, and I say this hesitantly because I don't mean to sound arrogant or grandiose, but as I said, I consider this kind of a calling, a vocation, so it's not something that can really be imitated or duplicated or cloned. I think each of us have to come to change in our own time. It's different. In my program, it's developing a deep relationship so that you're looking behind what the quote-unquote symptom is. When people come to see me, they think they're there for weight loss, but as you mentioned, it's often they feel lonely and they're turning to food to fill that gap. They feel fearful. They've never had someone that they've felt space with that could tolerate whatever it is that was on their mind or on their heart. And so once a person has the opportunity to establish that type of connection and then simply have a strategy of what am I to do, having very clear, well-defined instruction. Here's what to do, here's when to do it, and then the accountability, the follow through.
It clearly works. I mean, we had so many clients, years and years of them coming on the show.
Let's go for another 10 or 20.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's so beautiful. So thank you so much, Charles, for sharing a little bit of your story and, of course, all of the struggles that you've had, and now you're able to help others. It's a beautiful cause. You can find further information at ksdk.com/showme, and you can reach out to Charles today.